Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries as well, because I don't include you guys often enough, and that's a failing on my part. Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday service. This is the 50th, the 50th, the 50th Assetto Corsa stream as part of the Sunday service, or even this separately. Good morning, Hoovian. Yeah, every time you get it served up an advert on Twitch, it's a trailer for the film Nobody. I seem to be getting that trailer a lot as well recently. It does look amazing. It looks up there in the John Wick category, doesn't it? It really does. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sunday service of Latter Day Dudes. I am Lord Teamaker. It is time for a classic run using the Lotus from the 60s, Jim Clark's Lotus, for Monza. Now, last week, if you remember, I got to... My fast time was a 1:32.554. So, this morning, set a banker lap, get a banker in, work up towards that one, and then try and beat it and try and beat the time, which is a 1:32 to get a bronze. Nice, JT. I like the timing. Sometimes the timing is just there. So, will it be 2 hours of this? Will it be half hour? And then we get into the other bits? We'll soon see. We will soon see. But playing alongside this car does not feel as bad as the one we had, at Silverstone. But I hope you guys are well this morning, I really do. So just take it easy, just build up. And yes, we are so close, by the way, to the goal of Letitia and myself. Thank you very much, Huvian. We are right. Let me just bring this up. Let me bring this up. We are 14,114 away from the goal being reached to set up Joanna Anna, myself and Latish jousting. Thank you very much, JT. Corn, good morning. How you doing, man? So in theory, we could hit that today, that target today. That was almost a perfect corner there. A little bit too slow. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. We are now 12,114 away. So we need 7 people to drop their points. Morning, Michael. Six people to drop their points now. Five people to drop their points now. Oh, shit. 4 people to drop their points now. Is there a reverse? Yeah, there is a reverse. So there's the banker lap of a 1:34.9. Jeebus. We are so close. We are so close. We're less than 10k now. You didn't give me a full deposit. Wow, I mean, I'm disappointed. Another 5 people dropping 2k's worth and we've done it. Slippy car. I'll try and get some predictions going so we can win points and stuff. So I'm almost 2.5 seconds slower than my fastest lap last week. But we can build. Still fixing to kill people's deposits. I don't know, is that not a bit rude not, not thanking people for depositing on you? This lap is going to be faster. On 539 prediction going. Oh yes, I really need the points of those predictions. Yeah, but I'm trying to get people who haven't got points to grab a shed ton, and they go, "Oh, I've got 2,000 plonk." So I've already gained a second this morning, which is nice. So just under 2 seconds to find. Robin! Good morning, Robin. Would you like to crew chief this morning, Robin? Oh! Can I remind you of the time I'm looking to beat? Almost that one. New fastest lap. 32.01. Would you like to be a crew chief this morning, Robin? So I beat my fastest lap at a 0.071 off the time needed. Oh shit. Be on in about 5? Yeah, no worries, just give me a call when you're ready. Because then I can concentrate on the road with this thing. Because she'd be lively this morning, I can tell you that much. Because wouldn't it be nice, folks, wouldn't it be nice if you could see me do multiple events in one go? Yeah, I know. Not fully focused, that's why. But that's on me. Did obviously think there was a chance I was going to do it that lap. A second down. Oh, come on. Ugh. Sorry, Gio, I'll look at that in a second. Oh, I need to get that as a bit for you. See, even that lap was faster than my previous best last week. No! Run. I was ahead there quite handily as well. Still do it, can still do it. No, I was going to put it as an exclamation mark for Geo. Maybe get a sound bite of him so when he comes in, it's like, oh, come on. I had this time beat last lap. I just fluffed it. I had the time beat. It was there in the palm of my hands. So I was up by 0.2 of a second, which is more than what I needed to beat the bronze time. Yeah, let's do it now. I know you like a good fluffing, Geo. Don't look at the sector's time. That's the key, lad. Just keep you driving. Done it this time. There we go. There we go. We've done it. It's 5:20 in the morning. So there we go. 20 minutes. So look at that. That first page is finally done. Move on to the second page now. We're drifting. Get some drifts going. So what's the points we need to beat? 5,000 points. 10k bronze trophies achieved. Nice. Ah. I thought we were nicely on there, but no. Not quite halfway yet. Damn it. Come on, lad. Come on. Yeah, you're back on PC. I say, give me a shout when you're ready. Give me a call and I'll get you in. Oh, thank you. We're down to like 4. You are ready? Nice, right. Very nice. Do do do.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, everyone. It's the bust in the business. I mean, the breast in. I mean, the best in business. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Um, I mean, definitely not feeling, the rest of the business right now. I'm sneezing all over the place because these fucking plants.
Hay fever. Gotta not love it, eh?
Hmm. Usually I'm alright, but I think having them all flowering right next to my face and then having the fan on is probably not helping.
Yeah, no, that's gonna give you a big burst of it right in your face, isn't it? Really? I mean, but good morning. Hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing? How's everybody in the chat doing?
Well, E3 first proper day yesterday. There was some quite good stuff coming out of it, apart from Ubisoft.
Ugh.
So looking forward to more stuff today, which is even nicer that you don't have to spend like 3 in the morning waiting up to watch all the stuff. It's even better. So far this morning, the hot lap we've done
Hmm.
in 20 minutes was even better. Just flinging the car around for some drifting events now, which so far I score this one, but puts me
Ooh.
through to the next bit.
Yay!
So that's two done this morning. And plus, the added
Wow.
bonus is you're here.
Yay. Well, thank you. I appreciate being the added bonus.
You are always a bonus, whether added or not.
Yeah, glad that the trials are going well. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, it means, even quicker to get it finished. So it may not be 2023 when I finish it, maybe 2022.
Yay. Um, right. Actually engaged my brain. I was like, what am I here to do? Oh, right. Say hi, read chat. What am I not doing? Oh, reading chat.
Say hi,
I'm nailing this.
be in chat,
Um,
talk
yeah,
dirty.
exactly. Yes. Hi, everybody. Um, yes, it is the craft nav. Um, Geo says pretty cool here. Actually, past 2 days. Uh, able not to have the fans not running 24/7. Wow. Now that is actually pretty good.
Yeah, event got the bronze on. Woohoo!
Woo! Michael says Ubisoft, more like Poobisoft.
Yeah.
I was actually just chuckling to myself. I was thinking, heh heh heh, Boobisoft.
Yeah, I just thought that as well. But hey,
Although
they didn't
then
get it.
that makes them sound so much nicer, and they're just really not.
Yeah, they're
I
horrible
mean,
pieces of work.
that's presumably what was going through their minds,
Yep.
which is why they're in so much trouble. Uh, Ugh. um, Aw, thanks, Gio. I appreciate that. Michael says, it's been 84 years since Lards started Assetto Corsa.
It does feel like it, doesn't it, Michael?
um, I guess that would be the question. Is this the longest running game that you've played on this channel?
Um,
Or do you think there's others?
Witcher 3 is pretty close because that's what helped start it all, really. Um,
Mm,
I mean, that was a good 6 months on there. So,
wow.
I mean, it's not unknown for me to be playing a while. I mean, snooker, longer running. I mean, that passed 100 episodes recently, so.
Mm,
So I'm not, I think I give a nice mixture of shortish games done and also mammoth fuckers.
yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's the at least for me. I feel like that's the trouble of usually only streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah,
It's great if you've got like really short indie games that probably only take six to finish. You get that done in like a few weeks.
yeah.
Um, but then you've got the big ones, and like had Jurassic World go on for like it went on for so long. And I didn't even do all the DLC. And now they've just announced another one.
Hmm.
So
There is a stream you might want to check out because there's a load of games on it that might be up your alley.
Ooh,
Um, Called Wholesome Stream Direct or Wholesome Direct. Load of really nice wholesome games in there that
oh nice.
I think would suit you down to the ground. You and TC.
I'll have to hang on. Let me write that down on something that I'm not gonna delete.
Hmm.
That's I think that shows how digital my brain is. I meant throw away. So games.
Wholesome Direct 2021 showcase. Because that's a game
Okay.
called Battle Cakes in there, right? Which is a turn-based RPG,
Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
and you play as cupcakes.
I love it. Oh, I did get I did find a new one the other day, speaking of wholesome games, and it's really freaking cute.
Yeah.
It's called Catterson, and you get to make a town for cat.
Oh, there's also a cat cafe simulator as well. Yeah.
Need this. So cute. Um, oh, Gio says prefer boob firm. I mean,
What
that's
context do you
fair.
want boob firm? I mean, firm
I,
boob's
I'm
fine, but
yeah, I'm assuming that was from Booby Soft,
oh
but
yeah,
um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure firm ones are nice, but could you imagine, like trying to lie on them like a pillow? It'd be very uncomfortable.
true. And again, my mind was going to say something. It's like, don't say it, Lards.
Exactly.
Just don't say it, Lards.
I mean, you couldn't motorboat something that was
Yeah,
like
you can cuss
sticking
yourself,
your
can't
face
you?
in a couple of rocks.
Yeah.
So, um, uh, but she also says, also went through the AC. Uh, oh, I assume that's Assassin's Creed and Kingdom Hearts sagas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, those, especially with being longer series of games.
Okay, three in a row. Three in a row done today.
Ooh,
Oh
nice.
yeah.
Oh, smashing through this. This is joke on 40-year virgin. Oh dear.
If we get his chest waxed soon. Oh dear.
Oof. Yeah, that's.
Boobs
Mm.
soft like sand. I mean, isn't sand soft but rough?
I'm just thinking of the absolute horror of like just literally burying your head in the sand and like just rubbing it all over your face. Oh, you'd never get it out your eyes.
Yeah, whereas I'd rather bury my head in boobs myself, but
Exactly. I mean, like the worst thing you're gonna get there is a bit of sweat. Although, having said that, crumbs, because I'm sorry to say it, but if you've got big boobs, you will always find that everything falls down your bra, and it's frustrating.
sounds like a snack to me as well while you're down
Still
there.
have a pork pie down mine the other day. I was like, oh,
Wait, you had what behind? Down your boobs? Wait, what?
I had pork pies.
Oh my. Look, you don't have to make them even more tempting than having pork pie down there. They're nice enough as it is, but
Oh dear. Hey Hoove, welcome in. How are you doing? The lewd is uh you know rife and ready today.
oh, this one's going to take a few goes, I think.
Ooh, so what's this one? Is this more swerviness?
Yeah, more drifty swerviness. More need to get another
Ooh.
5 grand of points.
Oh, does it not count as a drift if you go all the way round?
No, that's a spin.
Oh, it's just a donut.
Yeah,
Everybody likes donuts.
everybody does. Yeah, I agree. I needed 5,000 points. I got two.
Oh, This one's just a warm up round. It's fine. Get used to the track and all.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, I'm assuming that was in relating to getting the food and stuff stuck down your shirt because Gio was saying, "Tell me about it." Hashtag man boobs. Uh, Though I feel like that's not always as big a problem with guys' clothes because they tend to be higher cut. Whereas with women's stuff, it's always like, hey, let's show off as much cleavage as humanly possible.
Again, I don't see that a problem.
I mean, it's really only a problem in the winter.
Yeah.
Definitely not complaining about it right now. It's freaking hot. It was about 35 in here yesterday while I was trying to work. And I was like, oh, this is, you know, I'm literally sweating my makeup off as I'm putting it on. Wonderful. um, Michael says, well, the chat's definitely taken a turn. The Ludiverse is strong today. um, also says, tried his best and you just give him 2 points for trying. Thanks, game. I know. They're so ungrateful to you.
Yeah, it's like here's my 2 points worth then.
So unbelievably cruel.
Now, believe me, it does feel better doing this than those hot laps where I wasn't getting anything.
Oof.
Managed to save that there. Good morning, Hatter. Turn off traction
Hey,
control. I'll just spin.
and also Mutant J, welcome in.
But yeah, I will for the next round of this. But yeah, I've done two so far. So I've done 3 events so far. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Right, okay, let's back out of this. Let's get that traction control off. The perfect aiming snipe shot you've just done. How is the controller disconnected? It's still here.
Oh wow, that's quite the achievement, Gio.
Right,
And
off.
rear entry and headshot at the same time.
Multitasking. Morning, Vicky.
Hey Vicky, welcome in.
So yeah, currently points wise, pretty decent. Thank you. Pretty decent. We are just we're about 7k away from the challenge being done in terms of points.
Ooh.
7k away where I have to say to the ladies, it's like, yeah, I want to joust with your genitals, please.
Hey look, can you just just turn the stream on and off real quick so I can add some more points in, please?
I mean, I could do that. I mean,
I mean, that's probably considered cheating, but
hello, Jay. But yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
yeah. How is everybody in the chat? All the wonderful people.
Oh, nice. How
Well,
you doing, Hatter? How you doing, Vicky? How you doing, Jay?
thank you, thank you very much for your contribution to the challenge, Jay. How much we got? Oh, we're on 99%.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the numbers and I can't do the maths right now to work out how many we need, but it's about 6,000. 6,000? Yeah, believe about that.
You did get your second COVID jab. Nice.
Oh, nice. I've got mine later today.
Hey, what time are you looking at?
Um, 3:20.
Nice.
So definitely. I thought it was 2:20, so I'm glad that I actually double checked the piece of paper. Uh, because my brain doesn't work anymore. At least I can't blame the jab for that. I was done before it, so I don't think I can claim that as a side effect, sadly. Um, but yeah, well after the stream, so you've got me for the whole thing.
Yay! Yay! Yeah, I gotta go for a blood test at 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday.
Oh, that's not fun.
Not fun though.
Vic says, I'm hot as I've been packing, so somewhat organised when I pick up the keys next week.
Hey,
Sat down eating an ice lolly right now. Oh, that is a good shout.
I was so tempted to open up one of the tubs of Ben and Jerry's we had last night.
Do it.
I did it tonight while I'm watching the PC gaming show and all this gubbins because we've got Square Enix tonight. We have Ubisoft and Bethesda. Todd Howard will possibly be in attendance to say it just works. Right, let's make sure we got that. £5,617 to go.
So close. So very, very close.
I mean, I could in theory do it today.
Mm.
Yeah, Ubisoft was last night, and fuck me, did they not show anything I was interested in at all.
I don't feel like maybe it's someone at the studio was like, look, we're all kind of in the doghouse right now. We were invited here, so we should show something, but I wouldn't bother really because I don't think anybody want to buy our games anymore. Or at least that's what I would think of them.
Eve's head should have been fired for that stuff that's happening.
Hmm.
Not putting everybody on an awareness course. They're fully aware what the fuck they're doing.
It's like, yeah, they were aware. The people were, the people that were suffering were aware. Unfortunately, um, it takes more than awareness of wrongdoing to actually change that.
Yeah,
Like this radical idea of, oh, I don't know, keep your hands in your comments to yourself. Just, just putting that out there. Yeah, I feel like I probably should have watched E3. Um, but kind of didn't really have any interest in it, to be honest.
I forgot Gearbox was one of it yesterday, but he only did 4 things. One was a
Ooh.
movie. One was more of Tiny Tina Wonderlands, or Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which looks good, to be fair. Bugger agents. Um, Riders Republic, yeah, I mean, I think that was the one that one of our friends was playing that told me about they were doing as a sort of playtest to make sure things were going okay. But they weren't allowed to say because of, NDAs. That's a pisser.
Mm.
I couldn't get to the 10k.
Ah,
Couldn't get to the 10k, but that's alright. It's another bronze. You having friends over for the England game this afternoon, so it's going to be barbecue and footy, which feels normal. So, yeah. Hopefully, England does the job for you guys then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope the barbecue goes well. That does sound very nice.
Oh, so he told you as well, then, Dad. I'm under an NDA. Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone.
Oops.
I didn't say what it was. Yeah. It's out now.
Naughty.
I didn't say who it was either.
No. Uh,
Yeah, it's going to be really warm today, about 26 degrees up here.
oh.
But it's going to sort of cool down a little bit, which is nice. That's another
Mm.
one done. We've done 4 events
Nice.
today, people. When most of the time I don't even do one.
I feel like we did say that about the time trial ones. The racing was actually a lot harder than the rest of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like once you'd got those out of the way, that you were probably going to be golden on these. It definitely seems that way.
There is a joke there, Vicky. I'm not going to make it. It's too easy.
uh, um, was that the eating the body weight in milk in meat?
Yep.
Because I
Eating
mean,
eating a load of meat.
uh, I would agree with that. I could quite easily do that right now. Actually, a bit hungry. Um,
Morning, Lisa.
oh,
How you doing?
Hoof, that's so cruel. You know, not only do you get first picks at the KFC, now you're getting first picks at the vaccine. I don't know how long our friendship can last if this keeps happening.
So when's he going today?
Hoof beat me. He got his on Thursday.
Oh, wow.
No, very glad that you did get that. I hope you're doing all right, Hoof. Um. Also, hi,
She is, Michael. She is. She's following you. Don't
Lisa.
disbelieve it for a second. She's following you.
It's all nice. Jason, did anybody get a sticker or a lollipop?
Nope, I didn't for either.
Unbelievable.
Didn't get a sticker. Didn't get a lollipop. Nothing.
Didn't even get any superpowers yet.
Nope.
You know, I feel cheated. I was promised that I would get, a Wi-Fi hotspot and I could stick things to, I could stick metal objects to me and I would get really cool superpowers. And from the sounds of it, from what everybody else is saying, none of that's happened and I'm very upset.
Yeah, it's almost like these anti-vaxxers are bullshit artists, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. You know, they come in here telling me all of these great stories and then it all turns out to be balls. Very upsetting. Who said had the Pfizer one, only side effect achy arm for 24 hours. Didn't get a sticker though. Ah, so disappointing. I assume that's the one that I'll be getting. Although my arm's aching anyway, so I probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Hey, so you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, I'm just I'm so cool. I'm getting ahead of the curve. Um, Lisa says really need to book mine.
Yes,
I
yes, you
mean,
do.
yeah. Obviously, I realise that some people may not be comfortable having them for legitimate non-flat earther Trump supporting reasons. Um, let's face it, they're all one and the same. Um, but if you can, I would definitely recommend.
Yeah, even as someone who hates needles, it's like the actual needle
Mm,
bit itself is literally about 10 seconds tops.
yeah, probably spend more time talking about your medical history than actually.
Yeah, you spend more time asking people going, "Have you had COVID in 4 weeks?"
Yeah, well, not to my knowledge.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that 5,000 points. So
Yeah. Cahill says, large training for drift challenges already.
yeah, these are the drift challenges.
Yep. Yep, these are how many is it? Three? And this is the fourth one today.
Yeah,
Yep. We're smashing through these, Cahill, it's amazing. Those time trials can get in the bin because these drift challenges are awesome. Oh, Vicky said I got a sticker for my first one, but all I got for the second was a feeling of death for 3 days. Oh,
so Bruce
uh,
Forsyth syndrome. Hey,
oof. Oh dear. Uh, I mean, I think they did say that if you had really bad symptoms for the first one, that you would
a
be
second one.
less likely to get symptoms for the second one, or
No,
that you'd get less symptoms.
I always heard the second dose is worse.
Yeah. So I guess maybe it's the reverse. If you don't get any symptoms for the first one, then maybe the second one's
Oh,
like
I
knocks
spun
you
it.
out.
I spun it. Couldn't get a silver, but got a bronze. So there we go.
Woo!
So the table leg.
Gio says, haven't yet. Once again, anyone came in recently. We could get nearly
Lisa, if you haven't
at the
used your channel
community challenge.
points, please do.
Yes, yes, yes. If anybody has any channel points that they can put into the current community challenge, um, for the genital Chelsea.
Yeah. Huh?
Um, we are nearly there. I believe Geo did very kindly put, yeah, just over 5k points that we need. Um, he did put the actual one, and I've forgotten it already. I'm very sorry, Geo. Um,
5 done today. Into time attacks rather than hot laps. Now the
ooh,
difference with a time attack is you have they're like checkpoints, they're like rally stages.
uh,
I had no symptoms, like it was a sore arm for the first, but the second one kicked me in the backside an hour after I had it and lasted 3 days. See, the most I had was the first one, sore arm, and I was knackered that night, which, playing with the Booty Bay squad on stream may have not been the best idea. But I already set it up for then, so I wasn't gonna say no.
yeah.
Second was the day after when I felt my arm went dead. It's like, oh, I really can't be doing this. So to be fair, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Like, and to be fair, like, if the worst thing that I get is a sore arm, it's kind of like, mate, I've been through so much worse at this point. Sore arm is kind of nothing. um, but yeah, we will see. Just as honestly varies with people. I heard both me, neutral, little sore, really sleepy. Okay, so just felt right, just a bit sore and sleepy, and that's fair. Oh, both Vicky and Mad Hatter have donated 2,000 points to the goal. So I believe if just one person add some more.
It was 250 from Vicky, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, which is still
Oh,
good.
yes, it was. Oh, yes. In which case, don't mind me. My maths is terrible. Um, so if two people, what I said in the beginning, if just two people add in some more points, two people donate 2,000 each, we will
Gee.
be
Oh.
completing that challenge.
Oh no, all the points I gained I lost with going off with the parabolic.
Oh no!
That's okay though. We've made significant progress today. We've done 5 challenges.
This is true. So much progress. How to say didn't have enough to put Lard in the onesie, so I'll put him in there.
Fair enough.
Um, me and Jay says, stop the stream, restart. I did say that jokingly earlier. It feels like it's kind of cheating the system a little bit, though.
Well, I mean, I am trying to think about when to do Baku as Crashes Are Us this week. So,
Mm.
I mean, I am tempted to do it tomorrow.
Ooh.
Get it out of the way because it's Baku.
Mm.
But, however, and I've said this on stream earlier, and I'll say it again, JT's setup on PC, solid. Very, very, very good setup.
Ooh. Just like how I got a cooling pad for my laptop, how hot it's been, and now it's arrived cold weather. uh, that is that's like putting your washing outside and then having it do nothing but piss down. That's just such such a screw you moment.
Yeah, that is such a Mother Nature going.
Oh dear.
This is a weird combination. The modern car going around the old Monza.
Mike says, wonder if there's anyone with enough points to redeem them for everything. Just thinking out loud.
Yes, there is Michael. I wonder who that could be.
Although I feel like I should, for my responsible modely duties, I feel like I should probably put out there. Please don't make Lard get in the onesie right now, because it's summer and mm, don't want him passing out on stream.
Yeah, passing out or getting kidney stones because you don't want that.
Yeah. No, don't want. No good.
Because kidney stones, folks, I don't mind telling you this, are fucking painful.
I could definitely believe that.
And a painful tiredness in your kidneys is not something you want. That then goes from
Mm-mm.
your kidneys round in your bowel, or round by your bowel area, into your
Mm.
bladder, and then comes out.
Oof. Yeah, that's not fun.
Stay hydrated, kids.
Mm. Agreed.
So I was happy for the shade yesterday while I was standing outside the 8 to 8 clinic.
Hmm. Mutant J has redeemed some hydrate points.
Wicked. I shall do those right now. Down one straight. So we've been an hour, and we're on to our sixth different one today.
Ooh.
That makes so much of a fucking change.
Smashing through this.
It's going to stop when the next hot lap appears, though, isn't it?
Potentially. Because there's gonna head off, try and fit a couple of hours of Ratchet and Clank. Rip apart before friends turn up for footy, as I'm addicted to the game.
No worries. That sounds, you know, that is a good thing to hear that you're addicted to it because that gives me high hopes.
Mm, yeah. Have a lovely day, Vicky. I hope that you said barbecue. You're gonna have a barbecue in the footy later. Um, hope those go wonderfully and that the weather stays nice. And I think I was watching Ed play a bit of Ratchet and Clank the other day.
Yeah,
It looks good. It looks good. It looks funny. I think it is going to be good.
they are. I mean, the one of the earlier games was called Up Your Arsenal.
Love it. um,
Wasn't
I
there
think
one called Full Frontal as well? I believe. Someone can correct me or not in chat.
wow. um,
Remember, these are kids' games, by the way.
yeah, I'm trying to remember what there was a name in it. I can't remember what it was now,
I did.
but
I did Hatter. I did beat Silverstone in the end. We're at 224, 435, I believe it was.
woohoo. Yeah, smashed
As you can see there, there's the bronze in it. Look, there's the bronze.
it. Nice.
So this
Oh.
morning, I have done Monza, these four, and another Monza. Speaking of
N-
Silverstone, back we go to it.
Nice.
Do they have these on the PC version, Hatter? Yes, Skid McMarks, yes.
Oh,
the,
yes, that
the,
was the name.
the race of Skid McMarks.
That was the name I was thinking of. Yeah, that's just, oh dear. Uh, yeah, kids games. Uh, Heroes rightfully put that in quotes. Kids games.
Well, they are meant to be. There's just a lot of adult humour in them for the, you
Mm.
know.
I mean, to be fair, this is always the argument that I've made with this stuff. It's like, at the end of the day, if the child knows what it means, then that's not really like then they know what it means. If it goes completely over their head, then it doesn't really matter what they're saying. I mean, obviously, if they're, you know, dropping F-bombs, you possibly don't want your child picking that up, but, you know, harmless adult humor,
Exactly.
I think is fine.
Bit of
Because
cheeky
most,
innuendo.
yeah, because most kids won't know what that means until they grow up and then they or, you know, watch it back as like, you know, one of their innocent childhood memories, and then they go, "Holy shit, was this full of, you know, all of this dirty stuff when I was a kid and I just never noticed?" And the answer is always yes.
Yes.
Absolutely yes. It went completely over your head.
And then you get to like your early teenage years. And back in my day, we had like a younger version of Viz comic called Acne, where it wasn't quite as blatant as Viz. It wasn't full on, but it was close to it. Like for example, they had a cartoon strip in there called the Swear Bears, and the Swear Bears suddenly found themselves in the bathroom, and the kid's mum was coming out after the bath, noticed them, picked them up, but a towel had dropped, so the bears' faces were right in her boobs. I mean,
Wow.
you didn't see anything, but the bears like,
It's like, oh my goodness.
"Hi, Gamer
Uh,
Pro, how you doing? Welcome in."
welcome in. Mutant J says, do they still make Viz?
Yes, Viz is still going.
Nice. I have to say, considering how quickly everything's gone digital and that, I think it's still a very nice thing that there's still comic books being made. That there's still a market for those.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I don't really like all of this digital stuff. I mean, I like tech. I don't really like everything being digital, which probably sounds like a very hypocritical opinion. Very opposing opinions.
Well, no, I
Um,
mean, people can like video games, but they can also like physical books. You know.
yeah. I'm definitely more of a cassette, and every game should be on a disc, not on a download. Uh,
There's one from Devolver Digital that's only disc, not digital,
ooh, I might have
for
to
the
check out
Switch.
what that. Oh, fuck's sake!
Exactly, you can't resell a download.
Exactly. Well, you wouldn't resell a download.
Bam, 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 bam. Well, TQA does.
Yeah, but even like, I mean, my sister was talking about this yesterday. Um, like when Sims 1 came out, I mean, obviously that was like, oh wow, this game is so high tech for its age. Bearing in mind this was like 20 years ago now, which is quite depressing. But anyway, um, like when that came out, and with all of the expansion packs that came with that, you had to install them in the order that they were released, because if you didn't, the whole file would corrupt and you would have to uninstall everything and reinstall it again.
Oh god.
Um, which is hilarious now. To be fair, it was still hilarious, and I was like, "Wow, you just left that, you just made that, and you just didn't even think to patch it." Okay, cool. Um, but I still find that less frustrating than downloading something and waiting for like 6 hours, or having to leave my computer on overnight for like 2 days because the file's so big. I'm like, it takes forever. And then by the time the game's downloaded, I can't find it in my game's um, library because there's like 200 games in there. And I kind of don't feel like playing it either because I'm not
200,
looking at it and
200
going, oh,
games. That's rookie numbers, Robin.
well,
That is rookie
I mean,
numbers. You've got to boost those up.
I mean, I was thinking purely for Steam because I also have Origin, which has all of the Sims and their DLC. Um, and then regrettably, I do have some on Epic as well, but they keep giving me free games, so kind of can't really turn those down.
Yeah, they've lost a shit ton of money doing that. We're talking
Mm,
in the billions of dollars.
yeah. But they gave me free shit, so I appreciate their monetary loss. Because at the end of the day, not everything should be about making a profit.
Welcome
Although,
to business.
I was gonna say, although not in the world of capitalism, they would definitely disagree with that. Um, how many games? How many games do I have?
This feels like the Praga that Jimmy drives.
Oh,
It's not. I know it's not, but it feels like it.
I've I've disgraced myself. It's not even 200 yet.
Oh, lovely.
It's 181. Still got like 19 to go. I'm very
Oh,
fussy about my games. That's
itch.io were doing a sale, a charity sale, and it was like over a thousand
oh
bits
yeah.
and pieces to help out Palestinians because Israel's being the enemy, folks.
Mm. Despite what they tell you. Um. Oh, but Jay says you can drop a magazine or a book in the bath, but not a Kindle or an iPad.
Yeah,
That is very true.
but
Although I would still be equally devastated if I dropped a book in the bath and ruined it.
yeah, it's, wet pages.
Yeah. Um. I threw my drink over my recipe book the other day. I was like, no.
God no.
um. At least in this house, it's not a recipe book you use if the pages aren't stuck together with cake batter or something. Um. There are probably a few uh probably a few biological hazards on those books now. Um, it's a bit of mold. As long
That's a
as you don't put them
penicillin.
any, yeah, as long as you don't put them anywhere near the actual surface you're cooking on, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
That won't kill you. Um, oh, you know what, Hoove? Just, just get out,
Why? What did you say?
waving, waving at me from his 200 megabits a second. Cheeky shit. Uh, I mean, I'd be waving back, but it'd probably take about 3 years to get there.
Yeah, it'd be buffering.
Yeah. Uh, um. Uh, oh, what was that for, Geo? It says Marcus from Borderlands would beg to differ. I feel like I've said. I feel like I've done that thing where I've said something and I immediately forget what it was. Um. Yeah. Square. Oh, Square gifted Don't Rage Quit the entire Kingdom Hearts saga for PC. Wow,
Wow, nice.
that's awesome. It's really nice of them. Oh, was that about the thingy? Not making a profit sometimes is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah.
Aw. Your dog is like, you're driving, but I want to play. Because Huvian plays Forza while I'm on this, so it's like kind of a nice little backdrop to his racing is more racing.
Oh, nice. Nothing like the sweet, sweet, loud, roaring purr of an engine to start your Sunday morning off right.
Exactly. Big stick between in your hand, moving up and down.
I was slightly worried where you were going to go with that.
I mean, I was talking about gear stick, not a penis there.
Oh,
I don't know what you were
oh,
thinking. You were thinking penis, weren't you?
nothing at all. Nothing at all. Absolutely don't know what you're talking about.
You were thinking penis. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I mean, if it was throbbing because you're bouncing on the roads, it's it's not exactly being stable, then yeah, that would be
Uh, oh dear. You know, I love that we can have conversations like this.
good.
Oh dear.
And we're not judging, you know. Robin, sweet and innocent. Sweet, yes. Innocent.
Geo, I'll rev your engine. Wow.
Yeah, you see. I'll grab your steering wheel.
uh,
I'll look at your
big
bumpers.
wow. I'll watch your rearview mirror.
Yeah. I'll wipe your windscreen.
Who says I'll adjust your gear stick? There's really no part of this that doesn't sound absolutely filthy. Oh god.
I'll give you an oil change. See, utter filth.
Utter filth. That just says, I'll fasten your seatbelt. No, that just sounds safe. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my. Chia says, I'll exhaust your pipes. Um, Michael says, get your hands off my bonnet. Get away from my bumper. Uh, Absolutely love this.
You have cracking airbags, Sega.
Amazing.
Great headlights. Well made fender. It's a lot easier to think these up when you're not actually so focused on the actual driving. Or you just need to make sure of is beating the little time left bit up there
Mm.
to get your points, you know.
Um, Kale says, ooh, closing in magical trophy level.
69.
Nice.
So I could do, in theory, a whole page worth of events today. How crazy is that?
That is actually quite epic.
So it just goes to show you that when that other person was saying about Silverstone being one of the hardest, they weren't exactly wrong.
I do not know what that last word is, Michael. It made me very dumb today. Um,
I don't ruin it now, lad.
you got this.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I
The
see.
monocoque.
Monica.
Yes.
I've never seen that word before. Welcome in, Shogun.
But that's right. In an F1 car, a modern F1 car, that's what you're sitting in. The monocoque.
Oh. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. It's like you've got a cockpit, but that kind of, yeah, it doesn't really work.
But yeah, does the PC version have these special events at it, or is it different? Because I know the setup and the look and the aesthetic of it is different. I'll sit on your monocoque, I tell you. Oh. Hi Shogun, welcome in.
That's just perfect.
He's got his monocoque out for all to see.
Oh my. Um, Now I know why he didn't compliment my monocoque. He didn't know what it was.
But poor Michael, you didn't know what his monocoque was when he showed you it.
Hmm.
That's Michael, I feel bad for you, man.
uh, I'm very sorry, Michael.
She'll pay more attention to your monocoque in future.
I mean, now I know what I'm expecting.
I mean, he'll be showing you his monocoque this week when Crashes Our Asses on.
Don't worry about that reaction before. Oh no.
Oh no, I was in minus. Oh.
Heck no. Heck no, Jay. I am not expecting nothing.
Well,
Um,
I mean, in certain circumstances.
well, I mean, expecting food, maybe, you know. Not expecting in that way, that's for sure.
I just remembered a bit from a cartoon series called Dr. Tran, where it's this child, but he's mistaken, blatantly mistaken by the narrator as this movie star thing. Who's been in all these movies and is like, I am not a doctor, but it's not about Dr. Tran will be there on Thursday giving out hot dickings. Just there, hot. What? Dickings.
All about context. Precisely.
Come on, I gotta get better now. This one might be the slow down one. You know, the one that takes us a few extra goes.
Mm.
As always happens, like a boss fight or a bit of a level. Roscoe! Good morning. You see what I mean? Like, going off like that just doesn't help it. How you doing, Roscoe? Good morning.
Hey, Roscoe.
I have a favour to ask, Roscoe. If you have any points, please use them for the challenge, the Letitia and Lards jousting challenge. Because we're almost there.
I wish there was a way as a mod that I could like actively make it pop up above the chat.
Yeah,
Because
that
it
would
does,
be a good idea.
yeah, because it does do that sometimes. I think if you get like a surge of points going into it. Although I don't know if that changes depending on the how many points are in it. Like if it goes on a percentage, if people put in like I don't know 10%, it'll trigger it to appear or something.
Yeah.
Um, but that would be really useful because I could just be like, hey, for the next I don't know 45 minutes, this will be above your chat. Go add some points.
See, that would be a really good idea. Or they should put it so you could put up to 5,000 points in.
Hmm. Thank you guys very much for contributing some points. Weirdly, it's just saying how many you've contributed in total rather than how many you contributed now. Twitch is being weird again. It's being weird
1,000,
again.
1,390 points left. Oh, we just need one more person who has 2,000. Well, actually, no, 1,400.
Mm. Okay.
Where's Raz when we need him?
Oh no! I pressed the wrong button by accident.
Community
I was
challenge
trying not to
complete.
press that button.
Community challenge complete. Wait, what?
Oh, what? What?
I just said community challenge complete.
It is. It has ended.
Nice! Da, 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 da. Someone please clip this and tag Joanna Wanna and Letitia on Twitter, please.
I've currently broken everything, so my my Twitch is not working.
Da, 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 da.
Completed. Thank you all very very much for your contributions.
Yay! We did it! So now we got to set up a time and a place. So it might either be Tig Whippy Discord or Geo's Trophy Hunters Guild where we'll be doing the stream because the game Genital Jousting is not allowed to be played on Twitch because it is very, very naughty.
Jesus, I see how it is.
Well, considering
uh,
Geo, you were one of the people that actually recommended us doing it on your channel, so
Michael says now I can get back to earning points again. I'm at a mere 365,100 points. Oh, my heart bleeds. Um, who says it's certainly a cocky little game? Uh,
Missed it again. Oh, by 701 points.
uh,
Yes. Yes. We did it. We did it. We did it.
kicked butt.
In one of the only times I can say to ladies, I would like to joust with your genitals, please. Point order. I have over 100 grand in Tig Whippy's one. Right, so we've got half hour. Let's try this again because we can. Tea bags, yes. Corey was one of the
We've got to have money.
Oh, thank you for the bits, Jay. Thank you very much. I'll take the bits. Jay with his bits out in chat again.
So many bits just flying everywhere.
Well, it is hot, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a disturbing picture I saw on Twitter yesterday with the initial WAB on it. Let's try not be filthy in the definition of this, but it is a filthy thing, right? So, what it was a picture of was a gentleman who is in a state of complete undress on a summer day.
Oh my.
He was lying down um, next to a fan. Next to, not on the fan, because that would be fucking weird, but next to a fan, and he had his legs open, but he was getting a nice breeze on the testicular area.
I mean, I'll be honest. Kind of envy that guy. Nice, nice cooling breeze.
Are you saying you want a breeze down there?
Mm, I mean, not so much there.
Near
Just
there? Yeah.
in general would be nice.
Just washes you
Yeah.
from head boob coochie to foot. And yes, coochie. Lady
Oh,
Garden.
you had to make it sound so much more filthy than you
Front bottom.
had to. Oh,
Double bum.
Lard tea maker. Stop this right now.
Thank you, Jimmy Carr.
Oh dear. Michael said had over 100,000 points in Robert John's channel before spending 90,000 in one go on one of his channel rewards. Holy crap. What was that channel reward? 90,000 points. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think I may need to put like a 500,000 point one on there. It's like, tell me to stop what I'm doing right now and play this game instead. Stream.
I know. But what if someone comes in, just burns those, like, play PES 2020 with your wife.
Well, that's impossible, isn't it? It's got to be within reason. Though then again,
Uh,
that tweet you deleted the other day.
didn't see that. It wasn't supposed to post. I even specifically pressed the button that says "Do not post these results," and I was like, "Wait, I don't even know half these people."
I saw it. I saw it. But
Uh,
I wasn't
it
offended.
was
I was like,
it
oh.
was it was funny. I think it was like you or one other person that was like, "Oh, I actually know these people. They actually exist in my everyday life." uh, it was quite funny and weird. Um, it says, "I see Michael hoarding them for hidden channel point rewards for 100 mil points for last hot tub stream." Uh, I mean, to be honest, in this kind of weather, a hot tub stream would actually be quite nice.
It's
If I
too
could
hot.
get internet,
Too
if I
hot for
could
the
get
hot tub.
internet outside.
It's hot. Too hot for the hot tub. The water's hot in the hot tub.
I mean, I suppose you could, fill it up with just some cold water and some ice. That would also work.
Oh no, no, because you know when you get in the bath the first time
Mm,
and you have the water effect and it goes in your lungs every time.
that's true. Yeah, that wouldn't be so
I,
great.
I, I hate that every time I get into a bath and I get into water like that. Because the only way to sort of stop it is hold your breath and then as you drop in, you just let the air out.
mm. What I'll do is I'll stand in it
Yeah.
as it's filling, because then it sort of gives you a bit more time to get used to it. But do not like being in cold water. Not fun.
No. Warm water, very nice indeed.
Yes, I am a massive fan of the bath, um, which is quite why I liked going up to Cambridge, because the travel lodge there has baths in it. I'm like, ha, this is the last place I know of that actually ever has them. Just go up there and then just prune in the bath for like the whole 3 days that I stay.
Yeah. Then you get
Um.
then you get ball bags going. Do you want to come to Peterborough?
Well, I mean, fortunately, that was when I was already arranging to leave, so I suppose technically I should have definitely been checked out by then. So you weren't
Again, no
cutting in,
comment.
yeah. You weren't cutting into the precious bath time. It was acceptable. Um. Oh, Mike says Robotron's channel reward was for his acting headshots he had done, set to the Skyrim music. It was initially set to 250,000. That
Yes.
fair enough. Um. Oh, Mutant Joe says he shaved his beard off now. Oh.
Nice. Yeah, he's getting to that point where he's starting to tour again.
Yeah, that's definitely good. I think we managed to confuse Shogun though. Head boob to boob coochie. What? I feel like there was too many boobs in that sentence.
Never.
Uh, I mean, technically that was the correct amount of boob because boob one and boob two. So actually, no, you did get that right. Head, boob, coochie.
Yeah.
And
You gotta give nice attention to both.
exactly.
Because otherwise, if you focus more on the left one, the right one's wondering what it's done wrong, and it hasn't.
Yeah,
It's done nothing
gets
wrong because
offended.
it's a boob, and boobs don't
Yeah.
do anything wrong.
I don't know. I mean, hurting them when you've elbowed yourself or, opened the door into them. I feel like that's definitely wrong. It's
Now,
definitely not good.
to be fair, that's not the boob's fault. That's you for hurting it. You know, it's just sitting there looking all great. Yeah. How is that? How is that its fault? You've elbowed it.
I mean, yeah, I get your point. But if they weren't so in the way all the time, you know.
They just like being there. I don't see the problem.
Just hanging out.
Exactly.
Um, Scottick says, think about, I think earning 100 mil points would take more than a lifetime to earn. Um, I hate that too. It's pretty much the equivalent of going for a swim in the sea. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, also, hi, Wild Rose.
Hi,
Um,
Rose.
Wild Rose has redeemed Hydrate and says, when you can. Hydrate when you can.
I can, because I'm on a straight bar now, and I don't have to worry
Nice.
too much about the points because I've got enough points to complete this now, as long as I don't
Oh,
go off the
nice.
road.
That is good. Um, Mike also says, oh yeah, J-Dub has a 999 million points goal. It would take about 250 years to earn that, but that's only if he streamed 24 hours a day for that 250 years, according to his calculations.
Yeah, and that is to basically end your stream. Do not stream anymore.
Yeah. Although, actually, having said that, since you can win channel points now, if somebody was able to, like, win all of the highest stakes uh, predictions, potentially they could actually do that. But he would
Yeah,
also have to have predictions on the channel.
yeah. That would be a collective effort to get someone to
Yeah.
fuck off and not stream anymore.
That would not only be a collective effort, but an inside job to be able to win all of those points. Um, but yeah, welcome in, World Rose. I hope you are doing well.
Yes, we're here having a whale of a time as I just complete another one. And it doesn't matter if it's
Woohoo!
not gold, it doesn't matter because we've completed it. One of them's there.
Nice.
Oh, in the bow. This thing's nice. This thing's a speedy thing. I mean, take a look at that.
Excellent.
So that's me done 8 challenges today so far. 8. Yeah, that's a good point, though. That you know, Wildrose brings up a good point about everyone being okay in the heat.
Um, I mean, I can check with my thermometer. That was it. I couldn't even remember the word. See how warm it is.
Where you would go with that one?
It is 30 degrees on the dot here, or in here.
I mean, look at this car. Look at the interior of this car. This car is awesome.
It could definitely be cooler. I would not complain. Um, Gia says also, who would be that evil and believe he's clearly wrong? That would want to make him end streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, that is also true. That also does raise a very fair point. Who in their right mind would be that rude?
I don't know. Some of us would do it for a joke, wouldn't
I'd be like,
we? Just
yes,
troll
and
him.
end your streaming days. Wah.
Yeah, stop getting your ink. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but look, Jay, you can now finally open that OnlyFans that you've always wanted.
You know it'll be all grunt, won't you?
It really would. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if people on OnlyFans would, pay an extraordinary amount just for grunt because it's something like very unexpectedly wholesome for the reference site. It's like you could look at all of these naked ladies, or you could watch this sock monkey.
I don't see a
Uh,
problem either way, to be fair.
no. If anything, I feel like I might need a DM and just be like, "Have you considered setting up an OnlyFans for Grunt? uh, Make proper bank off of that." um,
Because as we know, if you're not hurting anyone, look, staring at pictures of ladies in undress, it's not a problem.
exactly.
I don't
As
see a
long as
problem with
they
it.
precisely, if they've put them there willingly,
Hmm.
then there is no issue. Um, He's also said, "I have a cold making machine, so I'll be fine. It's the others." Yeah, I mean, I have a desk fan here. Um, so apologies if you can sort of hear a low humming noise in the background. Um, it's doing its best, bless it, but it only has two speeds. One of them is, like uh the soft, slow, pathetically wimpy breeze, and then the other one is slightly higher, but sounds like the entire thing's just gonna take off and go through the ceiling. Um, Bless its little heart. It's
Yeah.
not very effective.
Oh.
I did have another desk fan, but I don't actually know where it went. I seem to have packed it and its box separately, rather than packing it back in its box.
Yeah.
Would have been a smarter choice. So, um, let me just make sure I don't miss anything in the chat. Mute Joe says, "I'm okay. I live in the middle of nowhere and there's a breeze."
That's nice.
Oh. Um. Oh, Raskolnik says going to feed the what? Going to meet the family later, not feed the family later. That's not a word.
The what? The feed the
Going
family.
going to feed the family later. Don't you know? Um. So making the most of the heat then. Oh, nice. That does sound good.
We know every word wasn't a word until it was came up with.
Well, exactly. I'm just here, casually making up my own language.
Yeah.
Checking on you guys. Multitasking as us women do. Not so well. Um.
So Professor Stanley Unwin made his own language up way back in the day.
Riscotti says, "I want to enjoy the heat because it's cold too often for most of the year." That is a very good way to look at it. I I like it being warm. I do like well, once I'm used to it, I don't mind the heat. Um, I feel like the only thing that I have against it mostly is because at least when it's cold, you can put on more layers, but when it gets too hot, there is nothing you can do, which isn't so great.
Yes, when it comes humid,
Mm,
that's the problem.
yeah, I do not like the humid. Um, oh, Wild Rose, Wild Rose was heading out. Water fight with the dog to cool her down. Have a great day.
Fair enough. No worries.
That sounds like quite a nice, quite a nice time outside. Kale says, OnlyFans zone, a few Robin where you bake lemon cakes the whole day. Oh my god. Just like, watch this woman put on £20 per stream. Pay her £20 per stream.
No, they said watch you bake lemon cakes. They didn't say watch you eat them. That's a whole different fetish altogether.
But then what would I do with the lemon cakes if I didn't eat them?
Share them. Be wholesome with
Ew.
them. Eat some yourself. Save some for yourself, obviously. But
How dare you suggest that I share my lemon cakes? I've never been so offended in my life, lad. Share my food.
Yeah.
Ah, ugh. Disgusting idea.
Well, I'm sorry I
Ah.
brought it up.
I would definitely share my food with you guys.
I should go back about thinking about boobs then.
You can have those, just not the food. Like,
Fair
come
enough.
on, be reasonable.
Yeah, fair enough. Sounds like a good trade-off, really. But
That's fine. You guys can have the lemon drizzle cakes. I'll just go eat the KFC. It's like hum nom nom nom.
just make sure you got the gravy with it. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Keep yourself hydrated while eating KFC. It's just responsible, really.
Oh yeah. No, that's...
I was gonna say yes, craft now. Feed the mammals in the afternoon. Shogun says feed the memory is a whole new OnlyFans category.
Yes, it is. So go on. There's a slice for you.
But thank you, Michael. I appreciate this. He said feed the mammal. I understood you perfectly. I appreciate this, Michael. It's just normal words. I don't know what was unclear in that distinction, really. Geo.
What did he do?
I assume that was in reference to me saying that when it's warm there isn't anything you can do. His response was, "I know plenty of things you can do," with a winking face. But yes, also don't like humid. Yeah. Humid isn't nice. Heat is fine. It's the humidness that I don't like. Do not appreciate. Mute just says nearest KFC to me is 15 miles away. Oh, I feel that because the nearest one to us is about 45 minutes.
Oh God.
So don't get it that often, and it's very sad. But you never know. At some point, my luck might change,
Now.
or at least my address.
Oh.
The lady that I've been in talks with, went to go see a potential housing thing yesterday. So we need to chat about that at some point later.
Yeah.
Excitement.
Well, I mean, you can phone up while I'm on a walk in a bit because I'm gonna go for one of those today. Discord on the phone, or just mobile phone.
This is true.
Come on, man.
Michael says, I'd share my my food and drink with people where anyone is allowed to drink my green tea. That's so generous. So kind to offer people your green tea. Scotnick says, gotta cool down with that KFC gravy. Precisely.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's usually hotter than the surface of the sun. And I always forget that. And then I will dip the chip in it and put that in my mouth and then immediately burn the entire existence right out of my face. Um, uh, who says, what used to annoy me was the enjoy the heat, we don't get enough of it, people. I mean, why the fucking balls should I like something that makes me uncomfortable? I mean, I I can definitely understand that. And yeah, like I say, it's like I like the heat. I think the trouble is also because we don't get very much of it. Um, so we're not really used to it because it's not like it's even consistent. There are some years where it pretty much just rains all summer and we don't get any heat, and then other times when we've had horrific heat waves, it's like there's there's just no consistency in this country with the weather at all. Um, but yeah, but it just like it reaches that point where it's like everything's sticky. I pick up everything and my hands are sticky and I can't move and I'm so tired because I can't sleep because it's too hot and it's just ugh.
Or you should stop picking up sticks. No wonder it's sticky.
But
Yes, I went there. Yes, I did.
uh, um that is very true. That is very true, Jay. You can look on the KFC website and see what new ones are opening. There aren't any around here though, because where we are is a very small place. Although if they, just happen to plonk a tiny, like even if it was just little like one fryer KFC just somewhere up the road, I wouldn't mind.
It's weird how you don't have any KFC. We have three McDonald's here.
That's so weird.
We have two drive-throughs in the main one of the town centre.
Oh my God. That's like going to King's Cross. It always makes me laugh because when you walk out of the station, there's a McDonald's right ahead of you, and then you look to your left and there's a McDonald's right there, and you're like, guys, did did you forget that you owned a chain here already?
Yeah,
Was this
Burger
an
King across the
accident?
road,
Yeah.
which is normally my
Um.
stop off when I come out of Sim Pancake.
Uh. You see, I don't really like Burger King. I don't like the texture of their fries. They've got that weird gravelly coating on, which and
No, but their bacon burgers are so good.
yeah, I don't really like the taste of the burgers though. Although the last time that I had a Burger King was probably about 10 years ago
Yeah,
because it was so bad. Like it was in the middle of London, but it wasn't a particularly busy place. Only they didn't really cook the burger, they microwaved it. And you could tell that they microwaved it because the bun was so rubbery that your teeth pretty much bounced back out of it. And the burger just had absolutely like no crispness to it. It was so sad.
that sucks.
The one and only time that I've bought food and actually thrown it away. um, and because I don't really like the fries, I haven't been back. Because to be fair, I find that like if I could have McDonald's fries with KFC chicken, I'd be set for life.
Yeah,
ultimate combination. Um, Gia says people be like the heat, which yes can be much depending on, uh, oh sorry, can be much depending, but always humidity really gets you no matter the weather. Yeah, yeah. People are very much like, oh, it's the heat you got to worry about. It's like, no, it's the humidity, because you can actually be out in heat with no humidity and it'd be fine, which is why I think there was a lot of people a couple of years ago getting really bad heat stroke when they went to Spain because it was really dry, but it was like 40, 45 in the shade. Um, and of course,
Oh, just missed it.
oh
Just missed it.
no,
Just missed it. If I hadn't have gone off there, I hadn't gone off in that corner, I would have done it.
oh, that's so frustrating.
That's a shame. That is a shame. But it is 12 o'clock.
No,
12
well,
o'clock in the monocoque.
suppose had to end the streak somewhere.
Yeah. That's alright. We have something to work on next week, which is very nice. And then after the time attack here, then
Mm,
we go to a hot lap. Shit. So what I will do during the week then is get set up sorted for that one.
mm,
And then we got 4 quick races after that, and then 3 more hot laps. So I'll get that set up and that looked at for those. For the Flight Simulator one, definitely, and then we'll look at the others. But yeah, so thank you very much for being here today, because bloody hell, I heard Pancake was pretty crap.
nice.
Well done there, mate. Well done. Well done. But yeah, progress today. 8 done. Have the wonderful Robin with us, who is awesome. Awesome sauce. And yeah, so coming up then this week, it's going to be a doozy, because we don't want that one, we want that one. Because it is the rest of E3, so hopefully you enjoy that. But we have Crashes R Us at Baku. Crashes R Us at Baku. Are you going live, JT? Are you demonizing on stream at the moment, or are you still out in the garden doing stuff? So yeah, so Crashes R Us in Baku this week. Hopefully, maybe trying to do some tomorrow. Tuesday is going to be some more Borderlands 3 with the Reese's Wave there, which is good. So we might actually get past the prologue. You never know.
Ooh.
And then Thursday, some more Bit Trip Runner 2. I did defeat the boss off stream, but I will show you. I will try it on stream as well, so then you can say you've seen the boss being done. So there you go. And snooker, more snooker, the 5th group stage match, because I need to get back to winning ways because I lost on Friday. Yes. And yeah, thank you very much for the excellent commentary, Robin, and for putting up with our horrible, filthy bullshit as usual. But yeah, if you're going live, JT, I'll be ready to do a raid. Are you ready for some people jumping in and going, kick it in the goalies? Do it, kick it in the goalies. You just smack it. Watson, but thanks anyway. No worries then. So what we'll do then is we shall have a quick look on here. Also, thank you very much for helping us complete the jousting challenge. So we have to set that up. So stay tuned to things. We will let you know where it's happening and, more importantly, when it's happening. So I have to get that set up. Is anybody on for stream? No. Okay, fair enough. We'll say no then. So thank you very much for joining us. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. If not, you should see when the Formula 1 is going to take place. Again, once again, thank you very much, JT. Your setup for Formula 1 is amazing. It really is solid and sticks to the ground. So you know, awesome sauce. But that's it. Ta-ta, tattly bye, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.
Bye.